Hello everyone. Welcome to my Emmerdale channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The dawn broke over Emmerdale in eerie silence, the mist clinging low over the fields as if hiding some terrible secret. Bear Dingle stared out at the lake, his fists clenched at his sides. Nothing could have prepared him for the horror of the past 24 hours. Anya's body had been found, dumped like refuse in a desolate corner of the feed shed, and Bear's grief had exploded into a red-hot fury. It had started late the night before when Mick and Simo burst into the Dingle barn. Their voices trembled. Ray Daniels had confessed. He claimed to have dumped Anya's body. The words cut through Bear like a knife. Rage surged through him, grief following close on its heels. How dare Ray do this? How dared he treat her like some forgotten animal shed? Bear marched to Ray's hideout, his heavy boots thudding on the damp earth. Ray backed away, his eyes wide. The confrontation was electric. Bear snarled at him, demanded justice for Anya, for the woman he loved. Ray stammered, tried to reason, but Bear's sorrow gave him strength. He grabbed Ray's collar, his voice a low growl, his face an ashen mask. The anger in him was fierce, raw, the kind of anger that refuses to be silenced. "You don't just dump her," Bear hissed. "She deserves more than this." Ray's plan had been cruel, to hide what he had done, to silence the evidence. But he misjudged Bear. He underestimated the bond between them. As Bear's anger boiled over, he forced Ray onward, pushed him to confess everything. Under pressure, Ray crumbled. He admitted that he panicked, that he didn't know what to do. But Bear wasn't listening, not to excuses. That afternoon, secrets tumbled out as they dug a grave. Bear forced Ray to join him at the makeshift funeral site, a barren patch of land on Moira's field. Celia watched from a distance, her features composed, but Bear saw the tiny flicker of guilt in her eyes. Together, Bear and Ray lowered Anya into the earth. Bear's hands shook, his tears leaving dark streaks on his grime-caked face. The silence was unbearable, broken only by the soft rustle of the wind and Bear's ragged breathing. "You'll answer for this," Bear said quietly, placing a single white rose on Anya's coffin. "I'll make sure the truth comes out." As dusk sank over the dale, Bear returned to the barn, haunted by the final image of Anya's still body, buried far too soon. He knew this was only the beginning. The rage inside him was a firestorm, ready to burn down any lies that remained. Ray might have thought he could cover up his crime, but Bear had sworn, in blood and tears, that justice would follow. Later that night, Bear stood outside Ray's door, his silhouette sharp in the moonlight. He wasn't just angry, he was changed. The man who once laughed easily was gone. In his place stood someone driven by loss, by a fierce, unbreakable love. He knocked. Ray opened cautiously, as though expecting another blow. Bear's voice was calm now, but every word carried a threat. "You better pray the truth stays buried, or else you'll regret ever crossing me." Behind them, the village slept unaware, but in Emmerdale, darkness had already descended, and when the sun rose again, nothing would be the same. Bear's rage would not be silenced, and Anya's memory would demand that her killing be avenged.